Colonel, that's good chicken there. I said, you had to start somewhere. I said, I need a few duck calls in Walmart. Y'all got a lot of traffic. Well, I started they'd started ordering 6 and 12 at a time, and I kept them going. Finally, the phone rang one day. Some guy said, are you Mr. Robertson? I said, yeah. He said, the one that builds the duck calls? I said, you got it. He said, I'm trying to figure out how you're getting your product in the Walmart chain without going through me. I said, well, who are you? He said, I'm the buyer. I said, so I'm supposed to go through you? I said, I had never heard of you. I said, I just figured we'd put in a few around, you know. He said, you know, I looked at your numbers. You're doing pretty good. I said, I had to start somewhere there. He said, come to see me. So I drove to Bentonville, and Walmart made us a national product. And we looked up, that's the TV show, Duck Dynasty. While the process is going on and we're barely making, you know, $7,000, $8,000 the first year, $13,500, you're like, times are pretty hard. Well, we'd have to borrow some, you know, the bank and whatever, you know, we got to pay this back and all that. So we got these bills, and you're talking about living by faith. I mean, that was us. We just waited. I said, well, we're being blessed here. Kay said, well, we've got that bank note. I said, how much is it? And she said, it's $600. I said, whew, when's that due? She said, this month, the end of this month. So I had all these hook nets, trot lines. I'm trying everything, but I'm not quite making it. So it got down to the last day, and I got to go meet with the banker to try to persuade him to cut me a little slack on the $600. Interest, whatever, you know, you pay it, you know, and then you keep going. But anyway, I told Miss Kay, I said, how many more days we have? She said, tomorrow's the last day. I said, well, we'll pray about it and see what happens. So the next day, I said, here's what you do. Let's go check the mailbox before I go up there and meet with the banker. Let's go down there and look at the mail, and maybe we got a duck call order or whatever. She said, you're not going to get $600 at the mailbox? I said, well, let's check it. So we walked down there. She goes with me. We walked down there at that mailbox. I opened it up, and I'm thumbing through the mail, and I get a